Welcome to another episode of the GSC Zoom Q&A. I'm Datti Jinkiri, Sports Information Coordinator for the Go South Conference. I'm here with Jared McWhorter, lead men's soccer player. Jared, how you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing fine, thank you. So, just in the midst of everything that's been going on, I just figured I'd just ask about your family to start off with. How are you and your family doing?
My family's doing well. My mom's probably getting sick of my dad working from home, but my dad usually goes in and works in Atlanta. But other than that, it's brought our family closer together. So family life's actually pretty good right now.
Absolutely. I think a lot of people could say that just because they've been forced to spend time together. So I'm sure a lot of people would agree with that.
Yeah, and it can either go two ways, right? It can tear the family apart a little bit because you're way too close, or it can bring them together. And I think our family made it a point to hang out a lot more and do things that would benefit the family. So yeah, it's been good.
Absolutely, that's good. And so I wanted to ask you, how do you usually train over the summers? And did you have to get creative at all this summer, or did you do your usual routine?
So stereotypically on a normal summer, I usually would play for a summer league team in the MPSL or USL2 now. But this summer, unfortunately, we couldn't play for USL2 teams. So it was a lot of independent training, which I liked. And, we have a gym in our neighborhood. We did have to get creative with some of the runs and where we were going. So it was definitely a different challenge because for me, I like to actually be training every day in the summer with a team and have organized training because I think that prepares me best for the season. So, yeah, this summer was definitely a challenge in figuring out how to stay fit and up on my technical abilities and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And, you were a key cog in Lee's attack this past season. You parlayed that into being a GSC Offensive Player of the Year. What do you think was the key for you having such a successful season last year?
For us, it was definitely our team and our coach. Our coach made a really good decision to switch something up tactically during the year. And I think once we switched formations, our team worked a lot better, and it kind of freed me up to be able to help the team and score some goals for us, help us out moving forward. So, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And what do you think is an area that you've matured in since you've been at Lee? Whether on the field or off the field.
Right. So, my first thought was on the field, but as a freshman, I guess I was a little more hot-headed, and if someone took the ball from me, I was chasing them down and fouling or doing something silly, talking to the ref, something like that. But I think over the years I've calmed down a little bit, kept my head and composure. So less fouls, less as if you looked at my career from freshman year to senior year, my yellow cards went down, stuff like that. So I'd probably say I matured a little bit in that way.
Awesome. And the Flames have increased their win total every season that you've been there. I think it was 6 your first year. I think it was 9 your sophomore year. And I think it was 12 last year, I believe.
Right.
So how does your team hope to use this to transition into being one of the GSC's perennial powerhouses?
Right. So when I first came in as a freshman, Derek Pottinger, our coach, he just came in too as his first year. So we kind of needed a year to build and, build our chemistry and cohesion. And so I think it's gotten better every year, and coach has kind of adapted to the GSC because he's not used to this conference and found out what formations work, what combination of people work. And so, I think going forward, he's recruited well. And I think this coming fall, because I have that extra year of eligibility this coming fall, I think that will be a really strong year for us. So I'm excited.
Absolutely. You're a sports management major. I just wanted to ask you, what made you interested in that area, and what do you hope to do in that area?
The sport area has always interested me. I've been around sports my whole life. When it came to school, it was a good route for me. And, I'm really interested in playing professionally as far as I can. But if that doesn't work out, I'm really interested in, coaching professionally or collegiately, maybe being a sports agent. I've kind of bounced between ideas. I'm still not 100% sure on what I would want to do, but a lot of avenues that I'm interested in that major. So that's why I went with sports management.
Absolutely. And you mentioned coaching. Have you done some coaching either back in Georgia or in Cleveland?
I've done a little bit, like a few personal trainings here and there, like individual one-on-ones. I've, assisted with the Cleveland high school team a little bit. So I've done some work, but it's kind of hard while you're playing in college. There's not a ton of time to be doing stuff like that except for the summers.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I agree. I did the same thing, so I know what you're talking about. I figured we'd end it with a few fun questions. So I figured I'd ask you, what's your favorite professional soccer team?
For the English Premier League, I'm a Manchester United fan, and then for the La Liga in Spain, I'm a Real Madrid fan.
Manchester United? So I'm an Arsenal fan. That's why. That's awesome. So,
yeah, no.
were you happy with the Van der Beek signing?
Wait, say that again. It kind of broke up. Sorry.
Were you happy with Donny Van der Beek getting signed?
Oh yeah, no, that was really good for us.
I agree. I like him. He's a good player. I wanted to ask you, what's your favorite hobby outside of soccer?
I like to fish. I mean, it's kind of hard around here to do that a lot, but me and my dad like to fish a lot. Other than that, I mean, we just kind of hang out and like I'd say fishing. I like doing stuff outdoors. I like kind of relaxing, being at home. I'm kind of like low key as a person, so I like just chilling. So kind of in and out.
Awesome. What would you say is the best part about being at Lee?
What I really like about Lee is so school and friend wise. So as a school, it's really small and really individualistic and how the teachers handle you. And so I like that it's really personal. Like I have meetings with my professors often, eat lunch with them, and they can relate and help us out because they know as athletes what our life is like. And so they're really, they work really well with us and making sure we get everything done and we're on the right tracks. So I like how personal and small the environment is here at Lee.
That's awesome. And I think there are probably many other student athletes that can say the same about the universities. I know that we have a lot of private schools in the GSC, so I think there are many that would agree with you. This is a question I've asked all the athletes, so I'm just curious, like, do you have a favorite song or do you have a favorite genre of music on your pregame playlist, or do you listen to music before your games?
So in general, I pretty much listen to everything, and I know that's a stereotypical answer, but when it comes to before games, I mean, we kind of have some kind of rap going on in the locker room, but I like to walk around, so I'll kind of walk outside, walk in the locker room in and out. So I'm not really like, I don't listen to a specific song before. Like I said, I'm more focused when I go outside the locker room, so I kind of go in and out of the locker room.
Absolutely. Jared, I appreciate you joining me. Best wishes to you in this upcoming season in the spring. Hopefully you get some games in with the league. So thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thanks for your time.